Hello, welcome back to PrimaFacie, and today I'm going to show you how to correctly use the previous addresses, the previous employment, and the educational history tabs here for autofilling. The concept is fairly straightforward. Under the address tab, you're going to have every address that is defined for this person. So in the next tab, you're going to have just the previous addresses and the current address, right? So on those common forms like the G325A, where it asks, show me your last 5 years of address history, you'll have a list of it here. Those will autofill on the form. So as you can see, I've got a number of previous addresses, which I've defined with dates. PrimaFacie will automatically organize those in descending order. Let's add a current address. This is just the label for it. This is just for inside of PrimaFacie. We'll add a beginning date, a from date. We're not going to put a to date. It's not a required field. And as you can see, that's going to give us what's called current address. Now if we go to our previous addresses tab, it's going to show up there. And it's going to be the most recent one because it'll be January 1, 2016 to the understood here is current to present. All right, so from here you can delete these. From here you can delete them as well. On the address tab, one thing that's important to know is when filling out addresses for filling forms, even if they don't have an address history, you want to define which address is going to be your physical address and which is going to be your mailing address. Okay? And you do that just by clicking these buttons here. You can also pick another address to be a foreign address. And you can pick a different one to be your mailing address. So you can choose which apply here. The same concept applies here with job history. You can see here that this person worked here from 2010 to 2013, the other job from 04 to 05. Again, it sorts them in descending order. And so if you have, for example, let's call it E2. And we're just going to put in any old address here, add that. Now we have undefined the date. All right, so let's go edit the date, and we'll say that we're going to start in 2016, and it's going to put it at the top as well because this will be present. Right, that's how it shows up on the forms. So the same concept for employment, educational history, identical to the jobs. Right, a couple different fields that you'll fill in when you're adding a new school. So let's say University of Michigan, Masters of Interpolative Studies. All right, and you can fill out the other things, but again, we'll just put a recent date. We'll leave that one undefined. Add it, and there we go. It puts it to the top. Okay. Now, to fill in the forms, again, now this is all at the contact level. Remember. When you go into your case, we have created this sample case here, and we will go to our forms, and for example we'll start with the G325A. I've said who is who here, and let's autofill it. Sometimes it takes a second. There we go. So G325A, we'll click on that now to take a look, and as you can see, it populated the previous employment, previous addresses, the foreign address, and the information that was previously being filled as well. Okay, so that's how the G325A works. With that, let's go back and take a look at the I-589, right? So we've defined who is who there. We're going to click autofill. Now you can see that that's autofilled. Click on the form. Let's go to the infamous page here. All right, now you can see address history, previous addresses here. This was a foreign address. And these addresses here. University. So this is the school information, the type, the address, and everything that it required, and the employer information. So one thing that helps make filling out the forms just a little bit easier. And that's how easy it is to use PrimaFacie.